Hey! See, it's doing it now. Trying to bring it back down. Oh, that's horrible. Whee! Hello and welcome to another video. Now, I like to do stupid things with drones so that you don't have to. And today I'm going to be looking at the maximum wind speeds that the Dji Neo can cope with. Now, according to the instructions and marketing, DJI reckon that the Neo can cope with wind speeds up to wind speed 4, which if you're metric is about 28.8 kilometers an hour. If you're imperial, it's 18 miles an hour. Now, the place I've come to here is quite windy. We're in the UK and we have an abundance of wind normally. So I'm going to be putting this to the test. According to the forecast, we're having about 21 miles an hour winds here, maybe 22. I've flown this in another location earlier and I got about 15 to 16 miles an hour. And I only tested it in sort of the AI active track and it coped very well, surprisingly well. The only reservation I've got is that there was a bit of yaw instability, which is normally a sign that drones are struggling with their power. They're getting to the maximum power they've got available. And that's because in order to regulate the yaw axis, you have to slow down 2 props, speed up the other 2 props. And if you haven't got the power, it's going to start getting a bit unstable. Now, I'm going to get straight onto it. So this second location, let's have a look at the wind speed. Yeah. Okay, so I'm getting about 12 to 15 mile an hour constant wind velocities today. That's about 20 to 25 kilometers an hour. But I've had gusts above 18, 19 miles an hour as well, which is then exceeding the maximum speed of the Dji Neo. So I'm going to put it to the test, start off with the sort of smart functions, just fly it without a controller, see what it does. Just for your information, by the way, if you like thrill seeking like me, just about 30 feet, 10 meters from here is a 100-meter cliff. So the wind's heading this direction. If it goes really bad, then that'll be my second drone that I've lost. But hopefully that's not going to happen. So let's get going. So this is the Dji Neo powering up and we're going to fly it in, hopefully, in follow mode. Wish me luck.
Medium, follow, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. It's about to crash into the camera, so we'll try that again. Holding position quite well there. We'll try that one more time. So medium follow. Let's try that.
Medium, follow, 3, 2, 1.
Whee! Come on back. Okay, so I'd say at wind speeds up to about we got 13 miles an hour, 25 kilometers an hour. It's actually keeping position. All right, I'm about to crash into my camera. But yeah, it's not too bad. I'm just going to try and get it to follow me around and see what it does there. And yeah, I think then I'm going to move on to some of the other modes. Hey! Okay. Very quick mishap there, but propeller fixed, and let's give that a go again. So gonna record this on my mobile and I'm just gonna have it track me and see what it does. Really don't like flying drones without some kind of control, but we'll give it a go. One way to land it. Flip! Okay, that's that done. Not going to do the other modes because, well, should I? I'll do a circle. Okay, we'll do a circle mode as well. Just one for good luck.
Drone circle.
I can't even begin to explain how much I hate flying drones without a controller. It just feels so unnatural and horrible, but here we go.
2 meters. Circle. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, come on then. Doesn't like that. Ooh. Okay, not bad, not bad. Wait, come on. Okay, circle follow mode. This is literally, it's about 12 to 15 miles an hour. This is on the limit of the speeds DJI recommend. So yeah, it's doable. Not nice, but it's doable. Now the thing with the app control is it's very, very slow. It's literally like cine mode and not very nice to fly, but we'll give it a go anyway. Right, and let's do manual control. Take off. Okay. Ugh. Horrible. Nah. Okay, we're going to leave it there for the app control because there's so little authority you've got over the drone in that mode. It just doesn't feel nice at all in the wind. And one thing I would already recommend is if you're flying in really windy conditions, try and use the NC3 in that particular case. But I mean, it's possible, but just not very nice. Okay, FPV control. We'll try all three methods. So that's the normal mode, sports mode, and then full manual mode, which should theoretically behave the best because you can give it more tilt and be a bit more assertive with how you control it. Normal mode. Whee. And again, so I've got a strong wind gust at the moment. It's actually blown out a little bit. Whee. Oh, that's horrible. Okay, so I haven't got this on camera, but that's interesting. So what you get is these wind gusts which kind of seem to catch the wind and just blow it up, which is really horrible, even though it should be flying into the wind, and I would have thought it'll push it down, but instead it seems to just make it gain altitude. I literally took throttle all the way down, which is really... The other thing is, in normal mode, it's really got very little authority over it. So when you get those strong wind gusts, it just kind of, you can't fight it. It just literally drifts. And the best thing you can do is either switch into sports mode, or you'd have to reduce altitude, get lower if you can, and then hopefully get somewhere where there's less wind at the bottom. It's normally when you get caught by wind, reduce your altitude, get lower, and normally there should be a drop of wind down there. It seems to be coping less well with that level of wind in that mode than it did literally gaining massive altitude there. Seems to cope less well with it than in the other modes, which is really bizarre. So I'm just going to switch into sports mode before I lose it. All right, let's have a look. That's a bit better. Okay, so I'm literally flying third person view at the moment, just to keep an eye on it, but The most horrible thing it does is those sudden bursts where it just flies up and gains altitude. Like wind gusts literally seem to propel it up, and there's nothing you can do about it other than hope for that wind gust to stop and then wait for it to drop down. But yeah, that's not nice. Not nice at all. I'm just going to try and get it in picture so we can see it. So there you go, it's just behind me at the moment. See, it's doing it now. Let's try and bring it back down. Oh, that's horrible. Okay. Wind speed at the moment is literally blowing about, yeah, getting up to about 15 miles an hour, 12, 10, 15, 16. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's fly. Ugh. Let's try and fly FPV, so it does. So I'm just going to stay in sports mode, put it back in sports mode, just fly it in that and just, let's see how that feels. Okay. Hey. Oh my God. That's just horrible. Okay. Okay. Now I'm just pushing forward and it's flying sidewards. Now, I don't tend to like to fly in normal and sports mode unless I'm tracking someone or following someone on water skis or anything like that. But now this is not very nice. But okay, right, I'm going to switch it into manual mode, see if that's any better. It seems to keep resetting itself into not having manual mode enabled, which is a bit weird, but because my manual mode altitude limit's off, which is on by default, so it's a bit weird that it does that. But I wonder if it's when you connect it to the NC3 controller, maybe there's a bug that it sort of disables your ability to switch to manual mode, and you have to re-enable it when you switch it back to one of these, the FPV system. But anyway, it's enabled again, so way again. Ah, oh yeah. Very bizarre. Okay. Right, switching to manual mode. There you go. That's better. Much better. Okay. So the secret with flying in manual mode is you have to be quite assertive with your throttle and sort of like almost like yank it around like you own it. Whee! Okay. Oh no, doesn't like that. Okay. Shaking all over the place. Gonna stabilize it and see what it looks like after gyro flow. Wait, no. Okay, so I found you thanks to the ESC beeping function. If you ever lose your drone in the grass, you're not sure where it is, if you go into your safety settings, scroll down, enable ESC beeping, and that'll make the drone emit a audible noise for you to find it, which actually worked really well this time. So to summarize it really quickly, the Dji Neo maximum wind speed 15 to 18 miles an hour, which is what DJI recommend. That is pretty much the limit that you get with it. I really wouldn't fly it anything faster or anything stronger because it just doesn't cope very well. Very surprisingly, the AI active track functions like follow me mode and orbits actually work the best, which I really didn't expect. But FPV, sports mode, normal mode, it just does weird things. Now the worst thing about it really is the way it sort of gains altitude and jumps up. With a drone, when it gets windy, the very last thing you want it to do is to gain altitude, fly up, shoot up and get up there, because guess what? It's even windier up there. So when that happens, all you can hope for is that the drone's going to gradually, or that the wind's going to die back. You can bring it down and then bring it back to yourself. But yeah, that's actually quite scary. FPV mode, bleh, horrible. I don't know how well that's stabilized, but even then it's just horrible to fly. So I would say for a nice flying experience, 10 mile an hour winds is the maximum for this drone. It's a bit of a shame because other drones have flown beyond their maximum wind capabilities. The Avatar 2, Mavic, I mean, they can cope with really, really strong winds, but this drone, level 4, 18 miles an hour, is massively pushing it. So it is what it is. I was hoping that I'd be able to tell you, yes, then Dji Neo can fly in winds up to 25 miles an hour and look at this great footage, but no, 18 miles an hour is massively pushing it, and that is it. So I hope this helped you, and hopefully it'll help you not make any mistakes in flying in too windy conditions. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, please remember to like and subscribe because it helps my channel, and any comments, I'd make an effort to answer pretty much every comment that you make. So I look forward to seeing what you have to say about this video, and until the next time, happy flying, and I'll see you soon, hopefully when it's less windy. Bye bye.